here coming to you live from Chiang Mai, Thailand, in the hills of northern Thailand. It's another beautiful day, and I'm not going to talk to you about the weather or the day. Rather, I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite topics around health and wellness, and that is fasting. So, once again, Jason Ryer here from Zen Strength. I'm a certified bulletproof and human potential coach, and I'm going to talk to you about fasting and answer one very important question around fasting that I think just about everybody is missing. And that question is, what's the biggest fasting mistake? So a lot of people are missing this. So I'm going to get into this soon. I'm going to talk about, just give you a quick intro. I'm going to tell you a bit about the benefits of fasting. I'm going to answer that question, what you and everyone else are potentially doing wrong. And then I'm going to tell you about the upcoming Master Faster Challenge. So, lot to share here. I'm gonna dive right into it. So yeah, why fasting? What are the benefits of fasting? So, if you haven't heard yet, for me, it seems like common knowledge, but that's probably because I researched this, I do it, I teach it. But yeah, just in case, quick reminder: the benefits of fasting and why it is so much better than dieting is that you get to go beyond just weight loss to burn fat, to build strength, detox your body, boost energy and productivity. And so what do I mean by that? So you burn fat. So better than weight loss, you're actually burning fat, which when you do typical weight loss, you're actually like a crash diet, chronic calorie restriction, you're losing weight, but a lot of that weight is actually muscle mass, which is something we want to avoid. So when you fast, you actually preserve the muscle mass, you burn the fat, and you build strength. You detox your body. So what does that mean? Detox is a buzzword, but it really means something in terms of fasting. And when I teach this, my students learn about it. The mechanism behind that is called autophagy. So this is where your body actually cleans up dead and dying cells. And so it's hugely beneficial just to take a break from food and eating for a while and get these benefits. And then boosting energy and productivity. So now when I get up in the morning, I used to be like a big breakfast eater. So I used to think about like, well, what am I going to eat? Have to get it, prepare it, eat it, and then I would lose energy and I'd have a bit of a slump. So now I can just get up in the morning and just go about my day, whether it's working or back in Colorado snowboarding, here working on my eco-health playground, so whatever it might be. So yeah, what are the risks of fasting? So if you do fasting in an unhealthy way, you have the same risks actually as dieting. And that's what I'm getting in today. And I think this is what a lot of people are missing with fasting, is that they essentially treat it the same as dieting. So what's the popular fast these days? It's called 16-8. And it means you fast for 16 hours and you eat in an 8-hour eating window. And so this means that people are really, a lot of times, restricting what they eat, which can be beneficial initially because you're on chronically restricting calories every day. And people get so focused on this, myopically focused on, I got to stick to this window. And if they're doing that and restricting calories every day, you're actually going to lose muscle mass. So this will become a problem again. It's just like dieting. So there is a solution to this. So doing fasting in a healthy way is the solution. And that's something I teach in the Master Faster Challenge. I'm going to give you that secret right now. So the secret to this is, rather than looking at it as something you do every day, chronically, think of it as something you do over the week, and plan to have one day where you eat like a normal meal where you're not restricting calories. And yeah, this means, like, some people call it a cheat day. I'm not a big fan of that, but basically picking a day, and ideally this is a day where you're doing training or something like that, where you're getting in more energy and more calories, right? And so this will help with the problem of reducing your metabolism. And then this is what happens with yo-yo dieters all the time. And I talked about this in my last video, is that you lose the weight, but the problem is you've lost a lot of muscle mass. And then when you stop dieting, you gain that weight back and then some. And even worse than gaining the weight is that you've lost muscle and you've gained even more fat. So this is something that if you do fasting in a healthy way, then you can completely avoid it and actually do quite the opposite to build strength and even build muscle. So depending on your goals. So yeah, getting into the Master Faster Challenge. So we dive deeply into this and starting basically from zero and progressively working our way up. So students work their way up from sometimes no fasting experience, sometimes some fasting experience, and progressively work their way up to 24 hours or more. So I like to think of it as like if you're going to the gym for the first time and lifting weights. So if you're doing, curls for the first time, then you're not going to start with like a 100-pound dumbbell, right? You're going to start small and work your way up. And fasting is no different. So we do that through the Master Faster Challenge, doing it in a progressive way and getting the support from a group of your peers, getting accountability, and it's a challenge. So you get points for completing tasks. We give prizes to students at the end, and you learn. You become a master faster. So you learn about the psychology of fasting and feasting, getting strategies and tactics to control your eating habits, and then the biology of fasting and feasting, basically understanding what's going on in your body. And then exercise and fasting. This is a big one. So can I exercise? Yes, you can do it in a healthy way, productive way. You do it, you learn about it in the Master Faster Challenge. And then maximizing fat burning with ketosis. So this is something that's really popular is the keto diet. And so this is a bit of a secret that maybe not a lot of people know about, is that you can and will get into ketosis through fasting. So you don't have to go on a restrictive diet necessarily to get the benefits of ketosis and fat burning. And then detoxing, like I talked about before, you're cleaning up dead and dying cells through autophagy when you fast. And then I'm a big biohacker. I'm a certified bulletproof coach. So I'm into biohacking. So biohacking your fast basically to make it easier and more effective. I'm teaching the strategies. My students learn about these things. And then prolonged fasting. So fasting for multiple days at a time. So the program goes for 4 weeks, starts on Sunday, October 4th. Sales end at the end of this month. And the early bird special for this program is $300 off. So if you get in, you're the first 5 students to get in by the end of the month, you'll get that big discount. So that's it. So we talked about why fasting is better than dieting. You learn the biggest mistake that most people make when they get into fasting. You learned about the benefits of fasting, and you learned about the Master Faster Challenge. So I'll share a link in this video. You can click on the link. You can learn more. You can sign up. If you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer them.